Have you heard that a narcissist will never change, that they are who they are and they will always be a narcissist and abusive? There is some truth to those statements, but are they completely accurate in all situations? Can narcissists change? And if they can, what are signs a narcissist is capable of change? But first, I'm Dr. Emily Mayfield, a licensed psychologist. Thank you for watching this video and being a part of the Mindset Therapy family. If you enjoy this video, I would appreciate you hitting the like button and consider subscribing. If you have a narcissist in your life, then you hope that one day they will wake up and see how they treat others. You wait for the day in which they will no longer treat you so horribly and acknowledge how they have treated you in the past. You look for anything to show you that the narcissist is capable of seeing you as someone they can respect. There are brief periods in which they do seem to change and you think this is the moment you have been waiting for. However, those periods are short-lived and the narcissist quickly goes back into their manipulative and controlling ways. While it is true that a narcissist will have trouble changing, it is possible that a narcissist can change. What are some signs that you can look for to show you that a narcissist is capable of change? When you know the signs that they can change, you can pay attention to those moments of actual change and not be baited and pulled into their temporary change, which is done to boost their narcissistic supply. The reason a narcissist struggles so much in change is the very reason why change is hard for them. This includes their lack of empathy, lack of responsibility taking, low self-esteem, and lack of object constancy. Each of these things keeps the narcissist in the place they are currently in because change is too much for them. It requires them to acknowledge what needs to change and then work hard on making changes. Change is hard for anybody, but especially so for the narcissist. Change requires them to go against what they are used to, and that is never easy. The narcissist is always on the defensive, and their default response to the world is that people are out to get them. For this reason, they always have a wall up around them and are reluctant to let anyone in. There is also a resistance to admitting fault or taking responsibility for something. They can't experience feelings of shame, which often comes from admitting fault and believing they could be the reason for something going wrong. When you know why the narcissist won't change or hasn't changed in the past, then you know what signs to look for that they are starting to show they are capable of change. Here are some of the signs a narcissist is capable of change. So the first one is responsibility taking. First and foremost, the narcissist must recognize that there is something to change and admit to their role in the issues. This is a responsibility taking which is necessary for change. You can't change if you don't think you have something to change. If there is an issue brought up by someone, they need to show that they are considering the words of the other person and not becoming immediately defensive. And then there's listening. Along with responsibility taking comes listening. The narcissist must listen to what the issue is. The responsibility taking most often will involve another person and concerns from the other person. The narcissist must be willing and able to listen to the other person so they know what the issue is. In the absence of listening, they can't take responsibility for the true issue. Number 3 is empathy. The narcissist lacks empathy, which means they can't take the perspective of someone else. They're self-centered and inward focused. They consider things only from their perspective and how it affects them. When the narcissist is capable of showing empathy towards others, that is a sign that they are capable of change. They no longer only think about how their actions affect them, but can now consider how their actions affect others. And number 4 is consistency. Consistency is the most important sign that the narcissist is now capable of change. The narcissist in your life likely has shown at different times that they were changed and better, but it was short-lived and they quickly went back to their abusive ways. When the narcissist is consistent with the above changes and it doesn't come only when it benefits them, then that is a great sign they are capable and ready for sustained changes. While change is very hard for the narcissist, change can happen and it isn't impossible. It does require a lot of work from them and insight they often lack, but change can happen. If you aren't sure whether the narcissist is being nice now because it will benefit them or because they are actually ready to change, consider the 4 signs listed above that the narcissist is ready for change as a way to better understand if this time is different. To learn more about object constancy and how a lack of object constancy influences how a narcissist acts, click on the video in the corner, or you can find the link in the description below. See you at the next video.